now available in paperback and e-readers. Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess. The goddess next door takes on the threat of a deadly digital diva driven to destroy the world in this action-packed, all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis, Revenge of the Cyber Goddess featuring a bonus pin-up and the other two books in the Cyber Goddess saga at online bookstores everywhere today. One of my Facebook friends sent me a story about a Florida man who was shot and killed by his baby mama after he broke into her house and tried to attack her with a knife. Now, in this incident, this 54-year-old Florida man decided that after being told by the police to attend an anger management class, he decided instead he was going to drive to his baby mama's home, kick in the door, and then go and get a knife out of the kitchen and then go to attack the baby mama. But the baby mama, who was in a bedroom, took out a pistol and then shot this baby daddy right in the head. And as I take a critical examination of this incident of domestic violence, it fits the pattern and profile I talk about regarding beta males in my book, The Man Crisis, and it also fits the pattern and profile I talk about regarding your power simps and your psycho simps in my book, Stop Simping: Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance. And this 54-year-old beta male was clearly a ticking time bomb which had his fuse set off once that baby mama decided to get the police involved as related to these incidents of domestic violence. And after this woman got this police involved and they signed a restraining order against him and ordered him to attend these anger management classes, that's when this beta male exploded in a rage. And as he exploded in a rage, he was getting ready to participate in one of those extreme violent behaviors. Now, this beta male clearly did not understand the concept of boundaries, and because he did not understand the concept of boundaries, he did not respect the police restraining order, nor did he go out here and look to try to solve his problem by trying to manage his anger. And because he did not know how to navigate through his emotions, he decided to act impulsively, and he acted so impulsively that instead of going to the anger management class that the court had ordered him to go to, he decided to give into those emotions and act impulsively without thinking critically. And because he wasn't thinking critically, he decided to storm into that baby mama's house, kicking down the door, grabbing a knife, and then going to threaten this woman. And as he was threatening this woman, she took out a pistol and shot this baby daddy right in the head, killing him. Now, this man wound up losing his life, all because he did not know how to do several things. One, he did not know how to think critically, and because he did not know how to think critically, he got caught up in his feelings about the police arresting him. He got caught up in his feelings about this restraining order telling him to stay away from the baby mama, and he got caught up in his feelings about being told what to do by outside authorities. And because he got caught up in his feelings about these things, he wanted to take out his anger on this woman instead of following the court-ordered restraining order and instead of following the court-ordered anger management classes. He didn't want to go out here and solve the problems as related to his issues as related to domestic violence. And because he didn't want to solve the problem, he wound up creating an even worse problem by escalating things. And when he escalated things, he wound up not thinking about more important things like his intangibles of manhood, things like his safety and his freedom. No, instead of him thinking about his safety and his freedom, he got caught up in his feelings about this woman, having him arrested and charged with domestic violence and looking to get even with this woman. And in his attempt to try to get revenge on this woman, he wound up putting himself in a situation where he wound up losing his life. And this happens to a lot of beta males because they get caught up in their emotions about the bruises on their ego, and because they get caught up in their emotions on the bruises on their ego as related to this woman having the audacity to call the police on them. This is what leads to them getting so angry and so emotional that they don't think about the larger picture or think about the consequences as related to their actions. And because this male did not think about the consequences of his actions and he was so caught up in his emotions about getting this woman, he got by this woman because this woman had a weapon waiting for him, and she used that weapon to shoot this beta male in the head. And now this beta male baby daddy is now dead. And another example of what happens when your beta males go out here and act on impulse. And this woman, it was clearly justified in taking this man's life because this man broke and entered into her home. And according to Florida's Stand Your Ground law, if a person breaks into your home, then you have every right to take that person's life because that person is breaking into your home and that person is looking to do harm with malice of forethought. And that's what this baby daddy was thinking of doing to this baby mama. He was thinking about going to that home to do harm to this woman, and he was looking to get even with that woman. But now he's not going to be getting even with anyone. If anything, he will be even in the grave. And that's sadly the last thing he's doing in this world, all because he did not have any sort of critical thinking skills, and he did not have any sort of ability to use logic and reason, because any logical, critical thinking man is not going to go rushing to some woman's house after getting court orders. No, that man is going to go to the court-ordered anger management classes. He's going to do the anger management classes, and then he's going to put as much distance between himself and said woman, and then get on with his life, possibly having try to have any relationship with his children, but he's going to move on. And what's really sad about this whole case is that this is a 54-year-old man who just is old enough to know better, but sadly when you have beta males, they are stuck in a state of arrested development, so 54 is still a mental age of about 14 or 16, and because they have a mental age of about 14 or 16, many of your beta males really don't, again, think about the long-term consequences, because now his children won't have a father in their life, and now the mother is going to have to deal with the trauma of taking her baby daddy's life. And again, all because this male was not raised with the proper male life skills, not raised with the proper male survival skills. He was not taught discipline or character, because when you were taught discipline and character, you learn self-control. And when you learn self-control, you understand that yes, while I am feeling upset about a situation, I can't act in a way that does harm to myself or does harm to others. That's what a critical thinking man does. Even if a woman is doing everything to push his buttons, he understands that there are consequences to his actions, and he has to watch himself so that he doesn't go out here and push a button with this woman, or let this woman push a button on him that has him acting in a way that winds up making things harder for himself. Because some of these women, yes, they will test you and push you, but you have to have that discipline to say, that I'm not going to get into it with this female. And if this female is so out of control that she just keeps pushing and starting stuff, then I'm just going to have to pack my stuff and leave and get out of that whole situation. Because if you keep dealing with dysfunctional females, again, they will put you in situations like this, and they'll lead to you becoming a man in crisis. And this man in crisis wound up creating a crisis where it became life and death. And because he was acting on his feelings, this is why he is 6 feet under right now. Now, if you want to learn more about dysfunctional males like I talk about in this video, you can pick up my book, The Man Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And if you want to learn more about the dysfunctional behavior of simps, you can pick up my book, Stop Simping, Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, on Amazon.com as well. And if you want to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback. Those who refuse the gift of eternal life are condemned to wander in the darkness of eternal night. Get your copy of Eternal Night at online booksellers.